Well, I thought it was done raining. We're out here starting this job today. Last couple mornings it's rained, which is good because it's been drier than a popcorn fart anyways. I was hoping I wouldn't have to bring the water trailer out here. Probably gonna get all the grass stripped off today. It's like a 1,000-foot driveway. I'll get out here in a minute and kind of show you what I was gonna do when I drove down the drive, but I forgot. But anyways, we put it in four-wheel drive, and this is as far as we made it. Get the skid steer unloaded, and I'm sure by the time we get all that weight off there, I'll be able to get out one way or another. It's gonna quit sprinkling here in a minute, so. So today's Wednesday. I think Monday's when I came out here, it rained both mornings. This is where I turned around. Luckily I didn't have to pull myself out and got it out of here, but dodged a little muddy. So today we're just gonna scrape everything off. I might do some timeline. This is gonna be a big project. I'm probably gonna be out here 4 or 5 days at least, plus hauling rock. Got a lot of stuff. This is the pad for the camper. This is gonna be a big drive that comes around. It's really steep right here. It's gonna go on around. I'm gonna shave that dirt off to build this up. And that represents the corner of the shop, and this is the other corner. There's my cheerleaders from the neighbors. But I think it's going to be up over top of that stick, so 6 foot of fill. I don't think I'm going to have to slope it out enough to make a wide enough ramp. And he's already had it perked, trying to stay off of that, but we're probably going to have to scoot it on back. So I'm just going to strip a bunch of grass and get everything opened up today and meet with him again to make sure a placement and go from there. So here we go. Alright, I got that cut out. Got the miserable 1.5 minutes or what. So I got down here in the center and I started finding some really brown dirt and a few logs. There's one. So I got lucky and this was just a surface pile. Somebody had been burning and didn't dig a pit. So right about where I'm standing there is about 2 foot lower. Foot and a half, 2 foot, whatever, lower, and you can see the change in the dirt. So now I'm going to go over here and peel all this off. I'm probably going to just push it down the hill like I did right here, and then when it's all said and done, I'll push it back up the hill to give him some topsoil. It is mowed, so it won't be that hard to spread, but it's usually not real easy with all that grass in it. But you can definitely tell that's just old char and topsoil and stuff. So it'll grow grass real quick. So we'll get set up, start stripping some more off, and then maybe do the pad. Probably gonna have to scoot this back at least another 10 or 15 feet. We'll finish stripping. I got the first lift in, kinda. It's at such a pitch, it's not, I mean, if it was a commercial job, you'd have to cut it down 8 or 10 feet. And this was a huge, not real big. Somebody done it with a tractor probably because they didn't go very deep, but there was just an old burn pit. I pushed it all out, and that'll be great on top for a garden or the grass to grow on. Once I get done, I'll smooth all that out. So I'm just gonna do another lift and then step over and step over and step over, and then it's all run out of dirt. It's all gonna get cut hard so the water run down through here, and as long as I don't go any lower than about that, I'll be fine. Just a long push. I would time lapse all this, but you guys will probably just take a nap or switch a channel, so I'll break back in after I get 3 or 4 of them done. There's probably lift number 4, something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and push it back at least 10 feet, maybe even 15. Because by the time I shot it the other day, it's gonna be up over this pole about a foot. And there's just not enough room to get, you know, like a 40-foot fifth wheel. This is what they're gonna move out here. And they plan on putting it right here where these 2 stakes are, by them chairs. And there's just not enough room to circle around. The fifth wheel will be tracking over here. So I'm gonna push it back 10 feet. That way it'll be up so high it'll slope down to about here instead of over there. And then we might have to push it back even farther than that, but I think I can make it happen. I'm gonna be able to cut this down another 6 or 8 inches. I'm gonna gouge all this out, and that's all sandstone, but I'm gonna re-slope all that and push it down, mix it up, them big chunks of rock. You can use that in the driveway, but I'm not gonna push it on the pad. You know, if the driveway settles out, you just tune up the gravel, but you can't underneath the concrete. So we'll move the skid steer, re-corner it, and get back to pushing. Well, that's the end of day 1. Putting some diesel in the skid steer. The dozer all grease it up in the morning when it's in the shade down here, and air conditioner condensate line stopped up because it's leaking water in the cab, so I need to get the mud daubers evicted from that. That's usually what it is. For whatever reason, they can't help themselves. Got it cut down quite a bit. I don't know how much more I'm going to get. Hopefully it's enough. We still got to go to the top of that one and to the green on that one. So it's going to be close. But we are going to, I keep saying we, like there's somebody helping me. I'm talking about you, I guess. My fans. I'm going to cut that ridge off, push all this and build this up, build the road up enough. And then we'll cut the ditch and put a tin horn down there by the all that Connex. So we'll go to the house and come back out here in the morning and hopefully have the road done, pad done, all the slopes done tomorrow. Start hauling rock Monday. All right, day 2. Already greased up. Kick the dust out of the filters. Top of that one, green on that. It's got a pretty good hump in it, so I don't need a whole lot more dirt. I'm probably where the dogs are. I'm going to cut that corner down real hard, flatten that out. But first I want to make one more pass over this. It's got a little hump in there. I want to take that out, make this side a little steeper, and then whatever's left after that, I'll clean them edges up where all that real red dirt is next to that topsoil and push it on the outside slopes. And down there where the dozer is, I'm going to start taking that hill off to finish this out and start on the drive. So hopefully 2 or 3 more hours I'll have this pad pretty close to being done, but we'll get started. So the pad's finished. It's got to slope the sides, push a bunch of dirt in. I'm gonna go ahead and lay all this back across there real quick, and once I get that covered up, all the rest of it will go over here. And then I'm gonna cut that corner out and push it on this side, and then I'll start down there on the drive. We'll do some time lapse right here. See how long this takes. All right, it's gonna be end of day 2. Got that dirt pushed all back in there. Seen that, it's probably the last video. I gotta pick up all these stumps and stuff. That's a 6-foot pole that's been up twice. I don't know how much fill's here, probably 7 foot, way more than I thought. I don't know if I measured it wrong or used different measurements or what, but I thought it was only like 5 foot. So I sliced all that out. Filling it up, getting it ready. Got this built way up. The drive is going to be a little more over here. I'm going to build it up some more, put a tin horn down there somewhere. Everything up here looks like it's going to drain. There's a little hole. I'll get this cut out. And so basically the shop's going to be over here. So from here all the way down, this whole area is going to be gravel. At first we're just going to do a trail to get his fifth wheel up in here. So I got a ditch cut. I don't like this hump. I'm going to rip it out tomorrow or Sunday, I don't know yet. I'm going to start hauling rock Friday. This is all cut. Ditch cut all the way down to the culvert. And then, like I said, put the drive in over here somewhere else. I think there's going to be a door on this side, so I might have to put some more dirt in there. And I'm going to try to put the tin horn somewhere in here. So that whole wall of dirt over here by the pond is going to get cut some more and then pushed out. And that's that. Finish filling the dozer up, load the transit up, go home. It's only 103 or 4 today. Luckily, I got the mud dauber's nest out of that drain vent today, so the floorboard stayed dry and you couldn't hear the squirrel cage little water feature in the dash or nothing. So all is good, nothing broke. On to tomorrow. So here's the driveway going out. Need to clean it up a little better. Oh, shut up. I'm doing 10 mile an hour. Need to put a little more crown on it going up this hill, but it looks pretty good. Probably fine, but I'm gonna come back tomorrow and put a little more crown on it and finish the approach where that tin horn's going to go, and I'll get it all built, and then basically I'll figure out where the tin horn goes and just dig it back out. It's usually the easiest way to do that. Maybe not the easiest, but that's how I'm going to do it. So we'll be back out here tomorrow to finish it up and then start hauling rock Monday. Today's Friday, so I'll come out here probably Sunday for, I'm guessing there's at least 2 more hours needs to be done. So we'll wrap that up, start hauling rock. Alright, it's Saturday. It rained last night a little bit, just enough to settle the dust, looks like. Which will make this pack a lot better. I got my son with me. He's gonna shuttle bus a bunch of dirt down there by the building to give me. So I don't have to push it so far. Save me probably maybe an hour. Guess that's something to do today. break a track or something stupid. Slice that everything down. The thing's due for some tracks pretty bad. They got big old cracks in them. They don't have hardly any wear on them because I don't ever run them on concrete. I mean, gravel's about it. It's not that often. They're cracking hard. I think about 5,000 to 6,000 cents, depending on how you buy them from. Yeah, so it's currently got almost 2,000 hours on it. I'd have to look, but 1,800 probably for sure. So we're getting a pretty good dent in this. Almost done. It started raining, so I had to open the doors up. I'm trying to get this ditch pretty deep. That way a 16-inch tin horn is buried at least 4 inches below the dirt. It's going to be right about there somewhere. Hopefully. It's going to be wherever I end up making it. But naturally, it wants to be right back here. Right there. And then we'll start using that. Because you get much smaller than a 16-inch tin horn, they silt in a lot easier. You get a lot more animals living in there. Leaves stop it up. It's just more of a hassle. So we're going to try to do a 16-inch. That should be about, they should put us pretty close. Ditches to me was always the hardest thing to do. Especially with this dozer. My old D41P Komatsu, the blade was so, it would tilt so hard it would roll the dirt out of the ditch is a lot easier. But these other dozers, it's a little harder to do and keep them clean. I'm sure if you do several miles, it will be getting better and better at it. Alright, so today's Monday, rained last night. I planned on hauling rock next couple days, 3 days, whatever it takes. But it rained, so it's pretty steep over there and I didn't want to try to chance on being able to get it. I don't think it rained that much, I'll find out here in a minute. So I decided to go get the tin horn. So I went and got it. And then on the way down there, the old alternator decided to give it up. So got the truck in here, pulled it off. It's about the, I don't know, 5th one I put on here, 6th. So I decided to go and change oil. And it had flat. Not today, it's been flat for a while. Of course, it's in the best place. Can't patch it. Luckily I got a plug in it. Maybe I'll be able to get a few more miles of double coin them. Tires suck. I wouldn't recommend buying them. I think it's the last one left on this trailer. None of them lasted a year. We're talking 5,000 miles. That old excavator, it took them out. So we'll go get a new alternator, get it on here, and then we're going to run out there tonight and go ahead and get this tin horn set and get it packed in. That way I can drive over to Bunch before I put the rock down and then repack it. You know, you can pack them a bunch, but they always end up settling a little. So a little sidetrack, get the oil change, get this thing back on the road and go on out there. pushing it down like that, it'll help stack a bunch of dirt under them ribs. That way it don't wash out. Usually what happens is what'll happen is people will get it cut down to really hard clay. See, it needs to go down right here. They'll get it cut to really hard clay and then set that back down on there. And then the water runs underneath it. Perfect. I've had a couple of them wash out, but not very many since I started doing that. So you want 3 or 4 inches of soft dirt underneath it and then scooch it around. And then pack it down as you kind of go. The biggest thing you'll run into is you'll push dirt on it. It'll if I took the dozer and just pushed this over, the tin horn would just try to roll. So you need either an excavator like a skid steer to put it on top. I'm gonna cover a bunch of it up and drive over the roof up and down it a bunch. Now it's like locked in, it can't move. And I probably could have bought a 20-footer, but I think 24 was a better fit. Been nice about a 4-in-1 sloped it, got about a 28-footer. They start getting expensive when you do that. Where all my dirt go? it is. Drove the Dodge over, it didn't hardly sink. It was semi, I might say something different. That's a 24, so if I'd have went 20, yeah, it'd be fine. So we'll get some rock, see what it looks like in the end. Man, that stuff's like concrete. I guess all that rain we got, or I thought actually rained up here, it went north of here, and must have really hammered drum right, because that stuff is super wet. But the good news is, after I drive on it, it'll be almost like concrete. Time it all gets set. There's a tin horn. There's a truck I never get to drive. It's actually for sale. Tired of making payments on it, not using it. So we'll take off. About a 2.5 hour round trip. See you on the next one. Well, that's a end of the first day of rock. I tried to record some of it. The mount was shaking so bad, and I think I know why, because it just broke. But it's been a really nice day. I think it was like 60 degrees this morning when I left the house. I think it's like 85 right now. It was like the 14th or 15th of August. It's unbelievable. I probably should have called in sick and went fishing. Went to the lake. Too late now though. Bills don't get paid when you go fishing. So we'll get back in the truck, go to the house, do it again tomorrow. All right, here's the finished product. Pad. I went back over that one more time, knocked them big clods down, stirred the sticks up a little bit. Cleaned all that up. Back drug all that. So we'll throw this on the hood of the Dodge on the way out and get a go-go shot. And we'll call it quits. Today's Friday. I think I've been out here almost 2 weeks between the rain and, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 4 days of hauling rock. So you missed out on all that. Wish I could have. But on to the next one.